morning. Yeah, what?
That's okay.
Jammies? Alright, let's choose.
Morning.
Say good morning, sir.
Hi. Welcome back to OK Aussie.
Bed bathing day. Again, because... Do you like my backdrop? It's new. I've just reshuffled my ornaments. And I chose what I thought was the best variation of me. So, been decluttering. I went through my clothes. Sorry, I did not share. But how many bags?
3 bags.
I'm very proud of
garbage
myself.
bags.
Because that's terrible.
It is terrible.
Because of the wonderful things she does.
Can you go with those
Yes.
Okay, so
we've
Alexander,
chosen
pajamas.
We've chosen these. So let's just pretend it's Bubbles Day, but it's not really.
You want a singlet to go with that?
Yes. So a singlet in case I get like the hots temperature. And the underbits, which we're not going to show you that. You're not seeing my underbits. And some fresh sockies.
Fresh sockies.
Yeah.
Colour matching.
He's colour matching. Oh, that's so sweet. So I've tied my hair up. I just have to brush my teeth. But I thought I'm talking. It's hard to do that at the same time.
Everything is coming out together. I just need to get you a bucket.
A bucket of water.
Bucket.
So I use, as I've shown you before, so if you haven't seen my bed bathing before, you need a flannel and hand towel and a bucket. And you use like...
We use a folding bucket.
Yeah.
It's got some baby...
Bit of Dettol, baby tip to toe.
Tip to toe Johnson.
Have you put a bit of Dettol?
Yes, Dettol's in there.
So Dettol is, I'm just going to put my bed and sit up busy. Toothbrush, right, yeah, autistic dyspraxia. I just do things without thinking, and ADHD maybe. I don't know which one that one was. Let's just wipe it on the bib. Now this isn't an adult bib, but I just got it from the baby section. It just catches, because I do dribble. I'm not good at brushing teeth because this is a sensory nightmare. Okay? So let's enjoy the sensory nightmare together. Now, I know. But why not make it fun? No, this is a spill-proof thing that is needed by people like me. But you just suck the water out of there to spit. This is a spit cup. Lovely, I know. But you do what you got to do, right? You do what you got to do. So, first I'll only show you the bits I can. But just know that the flannel I use in any area that you feel you need it. We're all adults. We all know what areas might need it. Particularly your armpits. We all know about the armpits. You don't want your armpits stinking like a truck driver. So this is preventative here. Or not preventative, this is just called cleanliness. And maybe later I'll take a bath though.
That sounds like a good idea tonight.
Will be lovely. I love my bath and it's very soothing and cleaning, of course, duh. It's also cleaning me, but helps me sleep, helps with pain, and I get clean. But this is just to get through the day, because it's not like there's anything on today, is there?
No clinic, nothing. No hospital, no meetings.
It's
a day
just,
of catching up and doing things that we haven't done for a while.
Are we doing the peg basket for
Yes,
Kmart?
we are going to Kmart today.
Not a peg basket. We have an indoor drying rack. I know a lot of you probably do these days. And we just want to find something to hang some pegs from. Because this little man, the little Max Factor.
Maximum velocity.
Yeah. He likes to attack sheets and blankets and towels
and stuff.
Roll himself up in it. He's a toddler. Well, he's a teen and a toddler in one.
Exactly.
Sometimes his attitude is a teenager.
So, coffee's been done already this morning.
Coffee
She's had an
was
intravenous
good.
drip of coffee. I've had my hot chocolate, of course, you know that. Medications have been done this morning to keep on top of all of those as usual. If I shake her, she will rattle, by the way. That's how that happens. What are you doing? Gargling? Oh, my goodness me. Now,
That's just a mouthwash.
lovely flavour, isn't it? It's yummy. Kill those bacteria. I'll wait for your toothbrush and I'll take both at the same time.
Kill you.
Wow, with a single
I'm
thought.
joking. I will kill you with a single thought. All right,
Nasty.
Colgate, sponsor me.
Actually, it's Sensodyne. That's the one that needs to sponsor her. Sorry, Colgate, it's Sensodyne. She doesn't know what she's doing. You're not singing in the rain. Freshening. Hello, Slip. Funnily enough, humming songs for children to try and get them through a process of doing enough or long enough for cleaning teeth, particularly for those with autism, is actually a good strategy. So there's nothing wrong with this. It encourages her to finish the whole verse and chorus and to actually get it completed. Now he is looking dodgy as usual. What are you up to, Maximus? Now this one does actually have a alternating buzz pattern for a timer, so it does give us some indications that her teeth cleaning has been done long enough. And it does need to be done long enough because you need to protect and prevent. Max is very interested as usual. No, Max, you're not getting involved in this process. He thinks the table is his. No, you do not have a table. Not your table. Max Cam.
Sensory nightmare.
It's a sensory nightmare. Hi. Say hello to everybody. Hi, my name's Max. What do you reckon, Maxie? Mummy's got lots of cool stuff up here that you want to play with. I don't think so, buddy.
Oh my goodness me. This is the worst part of my day. And I'm not being dramatic. It's disgusting. Okay? Why does it need to be mint to clean? Because I've tried the ones without the mint and it's bubble mint. Not bubble mint, it's bubble gum flavored toothpaste for people like me. But it doesn't clean them. And of course I'm scared of dentists more than I'm scared of the toothpaste. I'm terrible with dentists. And they won't let me see my other dentist because she's considered country. Not good enough. I need her. She's my only autism aware one.
There'll be others, honey.
I lie down and I'm like,
we just have to find one.
Go for it. I'm ready. Even though she doesn't believe me because I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And she's like, are you okay? I'm like, fine. She now knows that that's just when I'm at the dentist,
yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
But not really.
Is it a cross between praying or white knuckling it? I don't know which
I am, but I'm not. She just knows.
Yes.
Okay, and she's like, she actually tells me, like, as she's going along, like, this will just be for 30 seconds. This will just be... She's brilliant.
See, timing's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Works really well.
I'm going
yes. Right, next phase. Rinse and repeat. Literally, in this case, we're rinsing and repeating. Now, Dyan did have a bad... What's wrong with your nose? You've got lots of things with your nose. You got a nose? I don't know. I can't understand her sometimes.
I need a tissue.
Oh, bless you. And out of the drawer comes a tissue.
That mint is so intense. I need a tissue.
Okay. Tissues for her issues.
My issue.
Last night she did have quite an intense seizure and dystonia.
I think it cleaned my nose.
Oxygen saturation drops down into the very low
Actually,
80s for a considerable period of time.
It
was an event, definitely. Now, you finished with those. Thank you. On to the next phase.
It could have cleaned my nose. I do have 20Q. And it is quite likely that it went up into my nose cavity. It's very possible with a high palate. Anyway, I did brush my tongue. And as you can see, my gag reflex is terrible. It's just like, bleh. You just put the finger in there, like the dentist. It's lucky they go to the sides, isn't it? Because it's like, bleh, bleh. Anyway, So, let's not talk about dentists, seriously. It is not okay. I do not cope, okay? Don't think that the verbal autistic just walks in and goes, yes, I'm used. It's no, we don't sleep the night before. We get there and we're scared. We need a Valium.
It's actually very true.
Easy.
The stress of getting her to a dentist is actually very difficult,
It's
isn't
not
it?
easy. All right, so this bit...
Next phase. Did you want to explain what you've got here?
Oh, okay, so chlorhexidine and alcohol combo for my armpits.
Get all those bugs and germs away.
Because when you're bed... this is not for someone that's up and about and getting fresh air and... You know, this is for bedridden people, guys. So
before the Body Shop roll-on deodorant, body mist spray and the Rexona.
But I'm just explaining, like, this isn't what I'd recommend. I mean, maybe if you are someone who works in an industry where you've got a lot of clothes on and you get very hot and you're not allowed to take those clothes off because it might be a uniform or something like that. But this is probably more extreme with bacterial stuff because A, my immune system, B, when you're stuck in bed, a lot more germs happen because you're not out in the fresh air. You're not able to do all these things. So this is just where I'm at. Like I said, 22Q, when you're 50, you're really 80 in your body. That's why what's going on with me, yes, it conflicts with the face, okay, with the face, but it's just, my body's 80. So even though I haven't lived for 80 years, doesn't matter. Right, so...
Oh, look, it works now. Second blind in 2 days that needed to have its battery charged. Everything's getting its batteries charged. You need your batteries charged. The Ring doorbell, I've taken the battery out of that, and that's charging that as well this morning. Even your toilet, she's got a toilet sensor, which is a no-touch sensor. All you have to do is brush your hand. That's buzzing. All the batteries are flat today, so everything is in charge mode.
You need
Window,
Ring, that's a you problem. You need to set on your phone.
I actually do have routines.
Right, a routine time.
Ring doorbell emails me and tells me.
Do blind 1, 2, 3
time to charge your Ring doorbell.
On Monday. Do blind 4, 5, 6.
But they're inconsistent.
On Tuesday. And 7, 8 on another day. And then...
But the blinds are inconsistent. They can't make up their mind how long
that's
they
why
want to
you
hold
need to charge them once a week.
I'm not going to be doing that once a week.
Pause, because I got to get naked.
Oh.
Alright. So, I'm clothed. I'm clean. Susan's getting me a flannel for my face, a face for my flannel. I guess my flannel does need a face to clean if it's going to be a flannel.
That's true as well.
Not saying that flannels only clean faces, but you know. Who made what rule? Oh, I need my hairbrush.
Yes, you do. That's coming as well.
Oh, you know what? I need a chewy. I cannot stand. Okay, this is my lip care. Vaseline. I take this for dry mouth and for the disgusting toothpaste. It's bubble mint. There's no mint about it though.
Actually,
there's no mint about it.
Extra white bubble mint.
It's not minty at all.
Not minty.
Bubble gum. Oh, it's so good. It's like, oh, I could just chew on it all day.
Big difference in the sleep overnight. If you saw the video yesterday where Dyan obviously had a lot of neurological activity, that was because of no sleep the night before. Literally, zippo, zilch, nada.
I was very stressed.
Autism and sleep, she hasn't really slept since 1974. This is the reality of the ebbs and flows, the peaks and troughs, and the management of sleep hygiene, routines, reduction in stress and interference. We have everything from blue light circadian glasses to compounded melatonin at an incredibly high level, lots of other sleep medications in a routine. Enough to knock me out 2.5 times over.
The doctor says it's enough to knock a horse out. I thought he was joking.
No.
I made a joke with him. He goes, no, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I went, oh shit. And he's the kind of person that when he says I'm not kidding with a serious face, you know he's serious because he's very good at, no Willow. He's very good at basically, Willow, being naughty.
Willow at the moment
he knows
is
he's being naughty.
Diving. He's trying to...
scratching my 1,000 count sheet that I can't buy every 10 years.
You're trying to get underneath the covers, aren't you, darling?
Oh.
Up into
He's got a bed, like a beautiful bed.
Yeah,
You know?
my bed. He came and slept on me this morning.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, I'm here, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Wake up, Dad.
Really? What's this paw in my eye trying to open it up? So we slept in this morning, naturally, because this is a compensation of the night before. When Dyan gets no sleep, I subsequently, as a consequence, also get no sleep. So ebbs and flows, like I said.
Room, yeah.
No. So anyway, we slept in naturally this morning, which is a good thing.
All
I
right,
feel so much better that you won't have any neurological problems majorly today. Hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood very quickly when I say that.
Yeah.
Hairbrush.
Hang on. I got a finger I'd choose. It's not good, right? Someone's going to think I'm doing it to them in public. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm not that kind of person.
Except for
but
when
it's
you
going to be seen that way.
Complexia with your Tourette.
Yeah, but people should know when I'm Tourette'ing. It's like, it's just
I think
me.
it's pretty hard for them not to know that you are having a Tourette's episode with the motor tics and the vocalisations.
Some people
that
are
you do.
paranoid and think otherwise.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. Dyan does have Tourette's, autism, ADHD, OCD, and a whole range of other neurological things, seizures particularly, dystonia in that. Syncope, heart,
I can't brush my hair on bare skin.
22q, 11.2 deletion syndrome.
Brushing my hair on bare skin? No,
you don't
I'm
like
not.
the brush touching
not on my bare
touching
skin.
your skin, no.
So summer's hard for me, guys. I have to like brush my hair away from.
At a distance.
Another autism thing. Anyway, let's take this out because I don't need that. It's only going to cause me a headache.
Yeah, so you don't want one of those.
I need
today.
another tissue for another issue.
God, how many issues do you have today?
A lot.
We need a bigger tissue box.
Ow,
We need the
ow.
magic one that just keeps reproducing
Anyone else
tissues.
have fine hair but just lots of it? Ow, it really
Now,
hurts.
sometimes Dyan is capable of doing these actions all throughout August herself.
And sometimes
That's
not.
great, and sometimes not. She will
He knows
shower,
the drill.
a proper deep shower, probably every 5th day if we're lucky. We also have the walk-in bath. Not at all do we have the energy at all times to do that, so sometimes it's a purely bed bath routine.
Depends on the day.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's fully assisted me doing everything, or sometimes she's able to do components. This part means that she's not at least standing up, walking around, having to do the whole shower thing, and it reduces the energy output, which is really important. The spoons, if you think of spoon theory, the amount of energy that she expends.
I bought some pretty
to avoid
clips.
PEM, post-exertional
I've got
malaise.
some pretty clips coming to
You
pin
have.
my hair
They
up.
look really pretty.
I'm so excited.
I
I
just can't hide
got
it.
9.
9.
No.
I'm dying. No, what?
11 clips
11 clips.
for $8.
I'm guessing this is Sheen.
Yeah. And when
Yeah.
I looked at Lavisa, they have pretty clips
Do
too.
they? Yeah.
And
Right.
I've got multiple colours and styles to suit all different outfits.
Hmm.
I got 11 for $8.
11 photos from Sheen.
If I went to Lavisa, which I don't go there for jewelry, I go to Shein. I've got a ring sizer, so I can get any ring for any. For like I think $3 is the most a ring costs. It's very, very, very pretty.
That's very good.
And basically at Lavisa that would cost probably for 5 clips $15 for 5. So let's say we got 2 of them, that's 30, and then you add in that 1 clip, $33, let's say. I saved myself, what's $33? Take 8.
Yes, and the answer is $25.
Take 8.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I have dyscalculia and I have learning disabilities up the wazoo. So
33, take 8.
25.
$25.
Right. So I saved myself $25 and got the pretty clips that I dreamed of. And guess what? The choices were better. So for example,
That's
when you
important.
go to Lavisa,
Yeah.
it's you only get to choose. We have a cheap jewelry store here called Lavisa in Australia. I'm not saying they're a bad company. I'm not saying that. They are great, but not for poor people. Can I have my cleaner of my brush? Because I'm OCD.
You need a brush for your brush.
I have a cleaner for my brush. So it can get mold in there, guys. Please be careful.
You can, actually. Very true. Good there. So she has a brush, or a brush rake in this case, to brush her brush.
Sheehan.
I'm going to have my shower. I'll see you guys later on.
I'll see you later. So basically, yes. I got to choose my colour preferences. I got some ones that were just kind of goldsy and pearlsy and silvery and pearly. And then the other ones has like multiple colours as if it's like different rubies. I'm so excited. So basically, I get to get little treats, guys, that are affordable. And Sir wanted a few gadgets. And I said to him, oh, what gadgets are you thinking of? He's like, oh, I don't know where to get them from here. And they're really cheap stuff again. I said, Shein, that's where everyone here, but I go to the shops all the time. And I'm obviously, guys, Shein should be hiring an autistic like me, because I know their whole stock. I go to the shops and I go, Shein, 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 Shein. That's Shein. That Shein's been relabeled. Shein, Shein. I can't help it. Like, I know their stuff so much that I actually can pick it. All right. I have eye drops. I just dropped because of my dyspraxia. Far out. I'm doing that really badly lately. These are Sustain. I have dry eyes as in extreme because of my twin 2Q. I went to my ophthalmologist and he said your eyes are extremely scratched. You must be using them all day, every day. Like he said, you can never not use too much. So it actually is better that you use it. Don't ignore your irritated eyes, because I know people get it from screen time or whatever. That's not my reason. My reason is, I guess, a combo. Sometimes I'm on screen when I'm doing editing. I can be on, like, guys, with each video, I'm 3 hours lying in my bed. Luckily, I have a device that leans over me where all I need is my arms up. But even that's like, but I'm lucky because 3 hours of stuff I do around each video gives me like something to do that's repetitive. It's not a bad thing. So don't take it that way, because I know most of you know that YouTube does not really pay. Don't tell YouTube that, because they might then say, we're not going to pay you guys anything. But no, you don't think of it as, I mean, I don't know, some of those big channels, I guess they are an income, aren't they? But never go into it thinking it's going to be easy to get an income or even just money out of it. No, do it for a purpose, because I'm telling you, you'll be disappointed. Because it's a lot of work. You have to actually work for free for at least almost a year, or if you grow yours quicker, you're lucky. Because obviously you're hitting like a larger genre of people. I'm not, because of disability. So, you know, it's the same in real life, isn't it? People don't really like us. And so only the good. So if you're non-disabled and you're watching me, you are an anomaly and an amazing oh, the heater's on. That's why I'm hot. Sir, we can't afford that. Nah. Okay, I'm going to open the back door. 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. But I just couldn't. Ow. Ow. I just nilled on my brush. Guys. I'm a mess. What has he done to my pillow? Is it the right way around? Yes, it is. Right, I've got the same blanket. All good. See, this tires me out. I need my heart fixed, guys. I need to have a different syndrome, not syndrome, but a different condition. I need to be older. And I get what I need. Isn't it stupid? We are that stupid that it's down to the box ticking crap. That's why I was so relieved when we actually got through. It's the only reason we went to ministers was because of the NDS doing me wrong. It's like, you've lost my paperwork of 6 years? That's dangerous. Do you want another death on your hands? Like, what are you doing? So anyway, they've straightened it out. And we heard from someone high up, which was such a relief. And he said all the right things. It's like, oh my goodness, thank you for being a human. Thank you for going, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It's like, thank you, because it's been a nightmare for everyone around me and myself. It's not good. It's not good, guys. The systems are broken, and it's not just me. I'm not the only person in a broken system. We're all suffering. We're all feeling it, right? And so it was just such a relief, because it's like, I've got lots to get organised. Because currently it's just driving me crazy, you know, when my support coordinator's new, because I got given so many different ones, because everyone's busy, guys. They are. Like, there's actually a shortage of staff in the NDS system as well. So it's really tough for even providers. But I'm just saying, like, my support coordinator doesn't have a lot of time, even though I've got the money to pay for that time. It's just how it is, right? It's just, the shit thing of how it is. But the problem is, like, she's saying, no, but where's your speech therapy? It's like, you're looking at a plan 6 years ago. And even then there was speech therapy in there, so I don't know what you're not seeing. But I guess with a wipe of a computer system, who knows what it says? It's probably just got my first application before you hand in more and more paperwork kind of thing. I don't know. But I've had like 1, 2, 3 diagnoses since being on the system 6 years ago. Picked up by the NDS system, thank you. And then the 4th one, I did my genetics in America. And they caught wind of it and panicked. And that's how that started. And then the Australian, health system was like, oh, she's probably got something genetic. They better do some testing, and they did some testing. Because we just told them outright, I've got all these genetic markers in the red. My autism, on 2 sides of my family, right? I've got Asperger's, which they don't use that word, but whatever. It was in like amber on half that side, as in from each side there's 2 sides, remember, that come down. So it's very confusing. It's almost like ancestry. It's weird. But one side was half was amber, but the other side was, both sides was red, which means, a bit like the person who spoke to me, I did get one consult with the counsellor. He's an idiot though. Didn't like him. And he's like, yeah, well, even if you didn't have 22q, you would have been autistic. Yep, looking at this, you've got all the markers, you would have had it anyway. I was like, you're such an idiot, okay? You're just trying to be like, I don't need to hear that even if I got rid of my big problem of my disabilities, if I didn't have 22q was my thought. Give me that dream. If I didn't have 22q, and I'm not saying I'm ashamed of autism. I'm not. It is who I am. There is no separation of me and autism. There's not. Yes, I have a personality. Everyone with autism is different because of that. Well, you have personalities, and when you include personality, you've got born traits that no one gets to decide. You're born with them. You're born with your dad's traits, your mum's traits, and that's that. And then the nurtured traits. How were you nurtured? Not just by your mum and dad. Everybody in your life, including your friends you went to school with. So at the end of the day, it's complex to do with. And then there's hormones as well included in personality. But basically, because it affects behaviour, it's complex, right? And I'm like, I'm not against autism, but it's like, dude, like, how do you have to be so like, It's like, this is a bad syndrome, and you're just sitting there like, It's so sad, isn't it? We've turned it into a world where it's like, well, that's your problem, not mine. And it's sad, because it's like, yeah, I know that, and I do take personal responsibility for myself. But sometimes it makes me sad that people don't just go, look, I'm sorry. Even my own family didn't say that when everyone was cleared. It's like, why can't you just say, sorry, Di. Sorry, it's you in our family that has this. Sorry, you've suffered since birth, It just sucks. Because I have suffered. And this is why for women, I'm going to tell you a cautionary tale. When some man tells you you're crazy because you have a physical symptom, just kick him where it hurts, if you know what I mean. Just don't put up with that crap. Straight away say something. Go and tell other doctors and go, no, something's wrong with me. No, something's wrong with me. And keep going. Because I was a person that was so gaslit that I've had car accidents. I've passed out at work and refused to go home and been told, are you stupid? Yeah, actually, I am. Actually. You're right. I am stupid. So go for it and use it against me. I don't care. This is my job. I can't lose my job. And it's terrible. You will always be made to be the blame. And then even if you get a diagnosis, you'll still be blamed. You'll still be blamed for that. However, the system's getting better. Thank God for the NDIS system. As much as we complain about it, guys, in my era, we didn't even have such a system unless you were born and they knew what you had, and then they gave you all these things, and they get it like that. Although I've noticed them now in the new system, if you're someone that like has an old package, you need to get it redone. You need to say, right, no, we're starting again. I know I was born with this, but we're starting again, because you won't get the right package. You have to fight for your own disability. Because if you're born with it, basically, and you're in the system, this is in Australia, I don't know about anywhere else. I've seen people, because they just submit to certain things, you have got rights of, no, you can be in an apartment like me. You can have the access to that, but you have to, you know, basically get the right package. It's so important, because you deserve independence, like supported independent living. You need that. You deserve that. Places like group homes and things like that should only be for people that are happy to do so, and people that are that severe that they need that. It's a choice. If you've got the ability to say, but I want different, then you should speak. But you've got to get the right package to cover your needs for an apartment. And that's easy to do by just, you work with all your specialists, you work with your OT, you work with everybody around you to fight for those rights for you. Because everyone deserves things. Everyone deserves disability support, whether it's your living, whether it's your daily living, whether it's your future goals. Like, just don't give up, guys. Always keep fighting. Because unfortunately, the world outside, like outside of us, the providers and everything, outside of that, a lot of people are trying to say, no, we don't want to give you anything, right? So you have to fight. You have to burst that bubble. You have to fight through that bubble and say, no, this is my rights as a disabled person. I want to live in an apartment independently. It's a bit like the elderly used to say, didn't they? If you put me in a home, it better be for a good reason, or you're taking me out in the coffin, basically, out of my home. That's just what you have to fight for. And they do say in psychology, the more independent you are, even though you're disabled, but do it safely. Listen to your OTs, listen to your carers, listen to everyone. Do the right thing, your doctors, your specialists. Make sure you're safe with how you're living your life so that you can be independent, right? I had someone tell me that here, you know, she said, do you want to have a bad fall and then not have the independence, or do you want to just prevent the fall? I was like, yeah, she's kind of making common sense and I'm an idiot. Okay, sometimes our ego can take over, and that's okay. It just means you got a strong will to be independent. And I've always been like that. When I was a kid, you know, it could be 11 o'clock at night and say, like, for some reason we're all up late because mum's with all her friends and all of us kids, we're all together and we're having fun and we've been eating junk food, and so we're a little bit hyped, and so I'm the ADHD kid. I'm like, can we just go to the park? Can we just go to the park? And my mum's like, no, you can't. And of course, I'm immature. I'm piecing two words together to express this. And so she's panicking because I'm a kid that's like got a mental age way lower than what I had. And she's like, oh gosh, lock the door. Because she might just try and go to the park, even on her own without the other kids. I was shocking. I had no concept of rules and what not to do. And I just was like, no, I just want to go have a swing. I didn't think of like all the bad things that could happen to me at 11 o'clock at night outside. Anyway, it's a bit like my pa the first time he said, go play on the highway, children, with me and my cousins. This is on the hobby farm. And we had, the highway was just up the hill. It was a long way because the dogs had to run us out and run us back in. I used to feel sorry for them. I'm like, you don't have to meet us up here. Just wait at the porch. You're wasting your energy. But they loved it. But that's how one dog ended up with 3 legs, though. We won't talk about that. Anyway, the poor corgi. Oh, she was so beautiful. Anyway, it's not funny. Oh, I wish they would come back and visit me. I will never forget those dogs. I spent a lot of time with those dogs in the bush alone. Dangerous place for an autistic child to be, actually. Because we were a forest on the beach. Lots of snakes. But yeah, basically I'd be like, what? Pa just said go play on. I said, it's dangerous. He's looking at me, he's laughing his head off. Scottish blood, like the Scottish blood in him, or he grew up in Scotland. I mean, everything's a joke. Everything's a joke with him and his mum. Okay, so everything was a joke, and I was like, it's not funny, Pa. It's not funny. It's not funny. He's laughing, and I'm like, and I'm so serious. I'm like, that's dangerous. We're children. I was like a grown-up adult. Think of it. I'm so immature that here I am wanting to tell the adults off, going, what are you thinking? Telling me to go play on a street where there's trucks and there's cars and they'll hit me. They won't look. They won't see me. I can't look like a sheep. I was very short. Very, 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 very short for a very, very, very long time. I got to high school, the end of year 8. I looked at the photos and went, oh, you two, you're just as short as me. I've done it. I finally grew up. Anyway, basically, yeah, I was horrified. And everyone was like, no, he doesn't mean it. It's a saying. He just said it. It's a saying. Of course, this has gone over my head. These people don't know I have autism. They know there's something wrong with me. They know. My family were like, oh gosh, like how's this kid going to survive in the real world? Like, oh dear. I remember being hiding under chairs. One of my favourite YouTubers that's autistic I follow, she's so funny. Whenever she says to her partner, we're like, I want to play this game. And he goes, yeah, I'm not in the mood. And she goes and hides. And he goes running after, I'm sorry, I just don't want to. And it's like, that's the strange things we do, right? Because in our head, we're so egocentric, but not for malicious reasons, but we just are. And we're so like caught, and we need to be told other people's perspectives, and then we go, oh shit, sorry, I'm an asshole. I'm a total asshole. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's the funny way I used to be as a kid. Hiding was my thing. If someone spoke to me and I had no words, run and hide. Right? I'd hide under things. Right? I'd go into the opposite room from everybody else. Because in my day, everyone would always be in the same room. It's not like these days where that's normal for people to be in separate rooms. And I'd go running, and only the most beautiful aunties and uncles and whatever would try and connect with me, to bring me back in a way to my level. And I'll never forget those people, and I'll never forget that. My auntie Veronica I always used to hide under the chair because we didn't see them sometimes for a while with my uncle being in the Air Force, right? And I'd hide under the rocking chair. And my auntie Veronica would bend right down. She's right on the ground. And I'm like tiny. I could fit into the most amazing places, cupboards, whatever. And she's like, how you going? What you been up to? How's your cat? You know, and it was just like really special. I never spoke back, but guys, speak to non-verbal children. They need it. It does make you feel included. It's just, we're overwhelmed. Oh, there's a parcel. Oh. All right, so yes, it was a package. People that don't get to shop in real life. So I got my underwear from Shein. Anyway, moving on, you won't be seeing that haul. Basically, it just remember that non-verbals need that kind of connection, even if they don't respond. Give them a chance. Every child is different. Some non-verbals speak a few words, some speak none. Please just, we used to be the big hand grabbers, or the tap on the arm. We were those people. That is communication. And so when that child grabs your hand or taps you on the arm, listen. That's their way of saying, and they might not do it at the most convenient moments, but please understand that, like I said, we have an egocentric brain. we do try as adults to sit back a bit and go, what could be these other people's perspectives? I need to look at it all so I can respond appropriately to them, because misunderstandings will happen because of me. It's my fault. And I don't want to be responsible for that. I want to make sure that I'm understanding others. But it's still, as an adult, I'm 51 and people still misunderstand me very quickly, very easily due to my communication. And without even knowing, I've done my eye drops, I'm not crying. So basically, just always remember that with adult autistics, when we are bad communicators, it is part of our autism. We're not doing it on purpose. We do the best we can, and we can't do things in real time. We have a lot of delayed processing, and that sucks, because people can see us as annoying and time wasters and all these negative connotations, which if I look at the real world, I see where they're coming from. But I look at the way I process my neuropsych report and I go, I'm just being me. So please have patience for every autistic, whether they're a toddler, a child, a teenager, a young adult, or a middle-aged adult, or even people older than me with autism have the same communication problems. And it ruins our relationships with others, because we are always going to be held at the standard of a neurotypical, because we have words. And that's why I think some people get so angry between the non-verbal world and the verbal world. Don't fight, guys. Stop. Everyone is struggling. A verbal still struggles. The saddest part about a verbal is we don't get given that, oh no, I understand, because they can't speak. They don't speak. And I'm not saying that you guys have it easy because your person doesn't speak, because that's further from the truth. You guys have it the hardest. We must validate that. But what I'm saying is the struggle for the verbals who don't get it right, who do have problems in their life with others, which is no one's fault but the autism in the middle. It's sad, guys. And it's not a fun life when you are an autistic that has those communication problems that you know for the rest of your life you're always going to be misunderstood. You're never going to be understood. You're always going to be seen as a bad person by some people, not because you are, but because you're a shit communicator. Me, I'm a shit communicator. Okay, my processing thing makes people think that I'm changing my mind too often. It is just so difficult. And I know that in the future, people younger than me, you're probably going to have it different, because this will probably be sorted out. But in my generation, right here, right now, it is so hard having a delayed processing problem. It takes me 3 days to process what others process in 10-15 minutes. And if that's not a communication problem, guys, I don't know what is. But it has affected relationships a lot, including being social storied and ABA'd. Another thing for a verbal, do you know what it does to us? We listen to everything we hear and then act on that, and sometimes that is the mistake. But we did the mistake, so we have to have the consequences. So it's not easy. And I want people to understand that. And I hope you people who are autism in the middle get that validation, because too much is expected of us still. And I resent that, because we need to improve that. A verbal autistic, unless you are extremely high functioning, you can hold down a job, or you're in a supported job, or, you know, which is just not, I know that a lot of people that are in the autistic community that do get listened to, and I'm not saying they're bad people, but there's like autism realities here. Not everyone gets a job that supports you with your autism. In fact, the opposite. It gets weaponized. It gets used against you. People snigger that you're a retard behind your back. And that's Australia still. I'm sorry, but it is. And it's 2025. So it's about where you go, who you're connected to, and where you work with. That makes your life. So be around people as much as you can, with people that go, right, there's something not right here, and this person's being really frustrating. What's going on? It's probably their autism. And it's probably got a name to it, like delayed processing, echolalia, or there's going to be something. And so if you want to learn from this, if you're not autistic, that's how you can help, is you need to work out. And everything for an autistic just needs to be slowed down, I guess, is the first advice. And the second advice is extra communication sadly is needed. But sadly, some people have that. Some people don't have time for us. Fact. And it's not anyone's fault, but it is going to cause a problem of communication. So the world is still not able to meet our needs where we need to be. And I think that only the future, because it's more of a structural change, right? You can't look at individual people in this. This is a macroism problem. This is a problem of time poorness that exists in society. We have, second to that, we have communication is now in text. Psychology person here. It's the worst way to communicate is in text. But no one has time for face-to-face. Even Zoom, I don't consider it really face-to-face. So it's hard, guys. My appointments that are on Zoom, my appointments that are on telehealth, I struggle. Even my appointments face-to-face. We have to do social stories the night before so that I make sure that I make the most of my time and go from priority top to bottom of what I need to talk to my doctors about. It's tough. So anyway, I hope I've helped with different communication issues with autism, but yeah, that's my take on it. Doesn't matter where you are on the spectrum, the autism is real, right? There's going to be a struggle. It is a developmental disorder, and there's nothing wrong with it. And not everyone copes with it as well as others, even if they might have a very similar one. So, for example, your parents, your caregivers, determine what you achieve in your life. If you throw someone out there and force them to do it, they'll do it. If you keep them at home and keep them protected, they don't have to do it, and they won't have to have that pressure. It also comes down to that as well. Some of us don't get that privilege. I'm glad some do. I think it's a wonderful thing if a parent can with a verbal autistic, because we know that non-verbal definitely get, well, we also know that there's parents that don't look after them, right, and don't want them and keep them at home. We know that there's parents that put them in institutions, but I'm saying for the verbal autistics, a lot get kicked away from the parental home, and it's not a good situation for the autistic unless they get, other people to step in, which in Australia the NDA system is good for that. But I'm just saying, if you are a parent that's kept your verbal at home, not just your non-verbal, your verbal at home, I congratulate you, because it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy for the child. It's not easy for you, but it's a beautiful thing. Just think of it that way. There is positives in it. But I just praise those parents, because I think that you have the patience of a saint. I think that you have a very selfless side to you of wanting to do that for your child. So I honour that. Anyway, autism and communication, as well as a bed bath. You never know what you're going to get. It just comes out. I don't know where it comes from. It just comes out. So I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.